In the late 1930s, as the shadow of World War II fell across Europe, global powers were in a desperate race to claim the last unexplored territories on Earth. America focused its eyes on the most hostile continent of all, Antarctica. To conquer thousands of miles of frozen wilderness, top engineers believed standard machinery would never suffice. They did not just need a vehicle. They needed a mobile, self-sustaining fortress. The ambitious concept came from Dr. Thomas Poulter, a seasoned scientist who had nearly lost his life in a previous polar expedition. Poulter envisioned a giant land cruiser capable of carrying scientists across massive crevasses, surviving hurricane-force blizzards, and operating completely isolated for over a year. The United States government, eager to establish territorial claims over Nazi Germany and Britain, funded the project with $300,000. Equivalent to over $7 million today. In late 1939, after weeks of round-the-clock manufacturing, the Antarctic Snow Cruiser emerged. It was an absolute mechanical titan, weighing over 34 tons, stretching 55 feet long, and rising 15 feet high. It resembled a futuristic spaceship mounted on gigantic rubber wheels. Power came from two 150-horsepower Cummins diesel engines that acted as generators, supplying electricity to four individual 75-horsepower electric motors housed inside each wheel hub. The machine was packed with unbelievable features. It contained a fully equipped kitchen, living quarters for 4 crew members, a photo darkroom, a long-range radio center, and massive fuel tanks holding 4,000 gallons of diesel. Crucially, mounted on its flat roof was a small Beechcraft stagger-wing airplane intended for aerial mapping missions over uncharted mountains. The media coverage was sensational. Newspapers hailed it as the pinnacle of American engineering. Millions of citizens lined the highways just to watch this 34-ton behemoth travel from its factory in Chicago to the port of Boston. During this epic road trip, the vehicle smashed through historic bridges, slid into muddy ditches, and caused record-breaking traffic jams across multiple states. Yet, the public excitement was uncontrollable. Everyone believed America was about to dominate the frozen continent. In November 1939, the snow cruiser was loaded onto the vessel USMS North Star and sailed toward the South Pole. After 2 grueling months at sea, the ship finally reached the Bay of Whales in Antarctica. A crowd of scientists and crew members gathered on the ice shelf to witness history. A massive wooden ramp was constructed from the ship down to the ice shelf. The heavy diesel engines roared, sending deep vibrations through the freezing air. Slowly, the monster began its descent. Halfway down, the wooden ramp shattered under the immense 34-ton weight. The vehicle plunged forward, its front wheels burying themselves deep into the snowpack. The crowd cheered as the driver managed to stabilize the machine, believing it had survived its first trial. But as he slammed the accelerator to move forward, a catastrophic engineering oversight revealed itself. Goodyear had designed special 10-foot-tall, 3-foot-wide smooth rubber tires. Engineers believed smooth tires would glide easily across ice without clogging with snow. In reality, it was a complete disaster. The smooth rubber had zero traction on the Antarctic surface. The heavy wheels spun helplessly in place, friction melting the snow into slick ice, trapping the vehicle in its own ruts. Furthermore, the 34-ton monster was severely underpowered. 300 total horsepower was nowhere near enough to push such a massive weight through deep snow. The revolutionary hydraulic suspension, designed to pull individual wheels into the body so the vehicle could slide over crevasses like a sled, was useless when the main drive system could not generate movement. Desperate to save the multi-million-dollar mission, the crew tried everything. They wrapped heavy iron chains around the tires, attached spare wheels to the front axle to widen the footprint, and experimented with every control setting. Then they discovered an absurd flaw in the weight distribution. The vehicle had slightly more traction when moving backward. To move at all, the Grand Antarctic Snow Cruiser had to be driven in reverse. After weeks of agonizing effort, driving backward through howling winds, the vehicle managed to crawl just 9 miles away from the main base before its steering mechanism jammed and the motors overheated. The journey was over. The most expensive exploration vehicle in history was permanently immobilized. Refusing to abandon the project entirely, the crew converted the stranded Leviathan into a stationary research station. They lived inside its heated quarters, utilizing the advanced radio gear, darkroom, and scientific tools to conduct local experiments while the Antarctic winter closed in. When World War II escalated in 1941, American forces abruptly abandoned the Antarctic base. The snow cruiser was left behind in the freezing darkness. Over the following decades, relentless polar blizzards buried the 34-ton machine beneath meters of snow and ice. Years passed, and the monster faded into legend. In 1958, an international team of researchers rediscovered the buried vehicle. Only a wooden pole sticking out of the snow marked its location. Digging down, they opened the hatch and stepped inside a frozen time capsule. Cigarette butts still rested in ashtrays. Official papers remained scattered on desks. And the gear was completely intact. That was the final time human eyes ever saw the Antarctic Snow Cruiser. Decades later, satellite data revealed that the massive ice shelf where the vehicle rested had fractured and broken off into the Southern Ocean. Today, America's most ambitious, expensive, and flawed engineering marvel lies buried in the pitch-black depths of the ocean floor.